Have you ever looked up at the sky and thought, how on earth did that thing get off the ground? From strange shapes to almost alien-like designs, there are planes out there that make even the most seasoned pilots do a double take. Today, we're taking you on a journey through the top 10 strangest airplanes in history. Aircraft so unusual they look like they belong in a sci-fi movie rather than an airport hangar. But here's the catch. Each plane you're about to see had a specific purpose, a unique story, and a reason behind its unusual design. By the end of this video, you'll see why each of these bizarre creations was built and what they were meant to achieve. Get ready to explore some of the most creative, out-of-the-box, and downright strange flying machines ever to take to the skies. Let's dive in. First up on our list of strange and fascinating planes is the Edgeley EA7 Optica, an aircraft that turns heads instantly with its one-of-a-kind design. This British-made plane was built with a clear purpose in mind: low-speed observation. Imagine you're a pilot in this unique aircraft, surrounded by a massive, bubble-like cockpit that offers a panoramic 270-degree view of the world below. With visibility this good, you almost feel as if you're hovering right above the action, perfect for tasks that require close monitoring, like wildlife conservation or police surveillance. What makes the Optica even more unusual is its rear-mounted duct fan. Instead of the typical propeller setup, this fan is enclosed in a circular shroud, giving the plane a smooth, low-profile appearance and reducing noise to a mere hum. It's like a hybrid between a helicopter and a fixed-wing aircraft, a sort of hovercraft in the sky. Not built for speed or altitude, the Optica was designed to float gracefully at low levels, moving slowly but surely for careful observation. It's not just about function, though. With its odd, insect-like look, the Optica is a memorable plane that really challenges the traditional concept of aircraft design. Whether you think it's strange or innovative, there's no denying that the Optica stands out in the sky. It's a flying machine that combines practicality with an almost futuristic aesthetic, making it perfect for our list of the world's strangest airplanes. Next up is the Stipa Caproni, a plane so unusual that it earned the nickname the Flying Barrel. Designed in Italy during the 1930s by engineer Luigi Stipa, this aircraft was an experiment in aerodynamics that really pushed the boundaries of traditional design. The Stipa Caproni's most striking feature? Its fuselage is one giant tube. The entire front section of the plane is a hollow cylinder that houses the propeller, making it look more like a giant air duct with wings than a typical aircraft. But there was a method to this madness. Stipa believed that by channeling the airflow directly through the fuselage, the plane would achieve better aerodynamic efficiency and greater thrust. In theory, this would make the plane faster and more stable. The design, known as an in-tube propeller, was actually intended to improve fuel efficiency and reduce drag. However, in practice, the plane was quite slow, and the unusual shape created a lot of turbulence. Despite not achieving commercial success, the Stipa Caproni remains a fascinating piece of aviation history. Its unique design paved the way for later innovations, inspiring some concepts in jet engine development. So while it may look more like a barrel with wings, the Stipa Caproni stands as a quirky, memorable icon in the world of experimental aircraft, embodying the bold, risk-taking spirit of early aviation design. Moving on to one of NASA's most unconventional creations, we have the NASA AD-1. At first glance, this plane looks like it's broken or assembled incorrectly. And that's exactly what makes it so fascinating. The AD-1 is an experimental aircraft with a feature that defies almost everything we think we know about planes: an oblique, pivoting wing that can tilt up to 60 degrees. Yes, you heard that right. This wing moves to a diagonal position mid-flight, giving the plane a wildly asymmetrical appearance. But why would NASA design such an odd-looking aircraft? The AD-1 was built to study the effects of an oblique wing configuration on aerodynamics. The theory was that tilting the wing could reduce drag and improve fuel efficiency at high speeds. So, as the plane gained speed, the wing would pivot, cutting through the air more smoothly while consuming less fuel. In other words, This strange design was an early attempt at making aircraft more efficient and eco-friendly. Despite its unusual appearance, the AD-1 achieved its goal in demonstrating the potential of the oblique wing. However, the plane was difficult to control, and the odd design wasn't very practical for mainstream use. But the AD-1 remains an iconic example of NASA's willingness to push the boundaries of what's possible in aviation. It may look strange, almost alien, but this aircraft is a testament to innovation and the exploration of radical new ideas in flight. Next on our list is the McDonald XF-85 Goblin, a plane that looks like it flew straight out of a fantasy game. In fact, it wouldn't seem out of place among the Goblin aircraft you might see in World of Warcraft. This tiny, chubby fighter jet was designed during the 1940s as a parasite fighter, meant to be carried inside the bomb bay of a larger aircraft and deployed mid-air to defend against enemy fighters. The Goblin's compact, egg-shaped fuselage and lack of landing gear make it look like something a Goblin engineer would piece together with scraps and spare parts. Instead of landing, it would dock back into its mothership using a retractable hook. While this idea sounded good in theory, docking in midair proved to be incredibly difficult, especially for such a small plane, and the Goblin was nearly impossible to control during turbulent flights. Despite its unusual concept and design challenges, the XF-85 Goblin is remembered as one of the quirkiest aircraft in aviation history. Its cartoonish proportions and unique purpose make it a memorable and almost playful entry in the world of experimental planes, reminiscent of the Goblin machines we see in fantasy worlds. Now we come to the Blohm & Voss BV-141, one of the most unusual aircraft designs to ever take to the skies. This German reconnaissance plane from World War II defies conventional balance and symmetry, with a design so strange it almost looks like two planes smashed together by accident. Instead of a traditional centered cockpit, the BV-141 has an asymmetrical layout with the cockpit offset to the right of the fuselage and the engine mounted on the left. It's like the plane has a sidecar. This bizarre arrangement wasn't just for show, though. The BV-141 was designed this way to provide the crew with an unobstructed view for reconnaissance missions. With its large, glass-enclosed cockpit pod, the pilot and observers had an excellent field of view for spotting enemy movements and other ground activities. And despite its lopsided appearance, the BV-141 was actually quite balanced in the air, thanks to careful engineering. But even with its unique advantages, the BV-141 never went into mass production, largely because other aircraft were already performing similar roles more effectively. Still, the Blohm & Voss BV-141 remains an unforgettable example of asymmetric design in aviation history, showing that sometimes the strangest solutions can be surprisingly functional. Next, we have the Scale Composites Procu, an aircraft that looks more like a creature from the ocean depths than something meant to soar through the skies. Designed by the legendary Burt Rutan, this aircraft has a distinctive twin fuselage layout, almost like it has two heads connected by a sleek central wing. It's an unconventional look that's both elegant and bizarre at the same time. The Procu was designed to fly at incredibly high altitudes for long periods, making it ideal for roles like telecommunications, atmospheric research, and even surveillance. Its unique twin fuselage design wasn't just for show. It provides stability and helps it stay airborne for extended missions, reaching altitudes up to 60,000 feet. Seeing the Procu in flight is almost like watching a creature gliding through the air, defying traditional aircraft shapes. With its slender bodies and extended wingspan, it truly looks like a flying creature from a different world. This strange yet graceful design has made the Procu a standout in experimental aviation, proving that the strangest designs can also be some of the most effective. And there you have it, a tour of some of the strangest, most fascinating aircraft to ever take to the skies. From flying barrels to sci-fi observation planes and asymmetrical oddities, these unique designs remind us of the incredible creativity and daring spirit that have always driven aviation forward. These planes may not look like the sleek jets we're used to, but each of them has a story, a purpose, and a charm all its own. If you enjoyed this journey through aviation history's most unusual designs, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing content, and let us know in the comments which plane you found the most bizarre. Until next time, keep looking up, and remember, sometimes the strangest ideas lead to the most unforgettable creations. Thanks for watching.